Hello, everyone, and welcome to day one of our brand new book, Fudge-A-Mania. Today we're going to be reading chapter 1, Who's the Lucky Bride, and chapter 2, Pete and Farley. Our first new vocabulary word is the word anticipation. Anticipation is a noun that means a good feeling of hope about what might happen. You might feel great anticipation about the birth of a new brother or sister. I feel anticipation about meeting my new homeroom each year. We may have a sense of anticipation as we start a new piece of fiction. We are thinking about what the characters and setting might be, but especially about the problem and events to resolution. Our second word is the word relax. Relax is a verb that means to become calmer or less tense. You need to relax your muscles after working hard in a sport. After school, you might relax and watch a bit of television. People sometimes go on trips or vacations to relax. In the story, the family is planning a trip to Maine, which is a state with lots of lakes and forests. They probably want to relax. So for our first read today, our author, Judy Blume, creates anticipation during these first two chapters. Look for things that make us think ahead and be excited to read further. What does she hint about, but not really say yet? Today, we'll be reading chapters 1 and 2. Chapter 1, Who's the Lucky Bride? Guess what, Pete? My brother Fudge said. I'm getting married tomorrow. I looked up from my baseball cards. Isn't this kind of sudden? I asked, since Fudge is only 5. No, he said. Well, who's the lucky bride? Sheila Tubman, Fudge said. I hit the floor, pretending to have fainted dead away. I did a good job of it because Fudge started shaking me and shouting, Get up, Pete! What's with this Pete business, I thought. Ever since he could talk, he's called me Peeta. Then Tootsie, my sister, who's just a year and a half, danced around me singing Up, Pea, Up. Next, Mom was beside me saying, Peter, what happened? Are you all right? I told him I was getting married, Fudge said, and he just fell over. I fell over when you told me who you were marrying, I said. Who are you marrying, Fudge? Mom asked, as if we were seriously discussing his wedding. Sheila Tubman, Fudge said. Don't say that name around me, I told him, or I'll faint again. Speaking of Sheila Tubman, Mom began, but I didn't wait for her to finish. You're making me feel very sick, I warned. Really, Peter? Mom said. Aren't you overdoing it? I clutched my stomach and moaned, but Mom went right on talking. Buzz Tubman is the one who told us about the house in Maine. An inference will help me here. If I put some facts together, I can figure out who Buzz Tubman is, even though the author doesn't tell us. First, I think that Sheila Tubman is a kid. Buzz Tubman has the same last name, so they could be in the same family. Buzz knows about vacations, so she must be an adult. I think that Buzz Tubman is Sheila Tubman's mother. M-A-I-N-E spells Maine, Fudge sang. Mom looked at him, but didn't even pause. And this house is right next to the place they've rented for their vacation, she told me. I'm missing something here, I said. House? What vacation? Remember, we decided to go away for a few weeks in August? Yeah, So we got a great deal on a house in Maine, and the Tubmans are going to be next door. I couldn't believe this. Sheila Tubman next door for 2 whole weeks. 3, Mom said. I fell back flat on the floor. He did it again, Mom, Fudge said. He's just pretending, Mom told Fudge. He's just being very silly. So I don't have to marry Sheila Tubman tomorrow. Fudge said, I'll marry her in Maine. That makes more sense, Mom said. In Maine, you can have a nice wedding under the trees. Under the trees, Fudge said. Tease, Tootsie said, throwing a handful of gummy bears in my face. And that's how it all began. Chapter 2, Pete and Farley. That night, we went to Tico Taco for supper. I wasn't very hungry. The idea of spending 3 weeks next door to Sheila Tubman was enough to take away my appetite. I wish the Tubmans would move to another planet. But until that happens, there's no way to avoid Sheila. She lives in our apartment building. We go to the same school. I kind of groaned, and Dad looked at me. What is it, Peter? Sheila Tubman, I said. What about her? Dad asked. We're getting married, Fudge said, his mouth full of chicken and taco shell. I'm not talking about your wedding, I said. I'm talking about spending 3 weeks in Maine next door to the Tubmans. It won't be as bad as you think, Mom said. You don't know how bad I think it will be. Sheila's older now. She's finished 6th grade, same as you. What's age got to do with it? I said. She'll still be the queen of cooties. What's cooties? Fudge asked. I'm going to make a connection here. I'm going to take some information from the text and some things I already know. Peter calls Sheila the queen of cooties. I know that cooties are not real things, but kids used to say that someone had cooties if they did not want to do things with that person. When Peter says this, he is saying that he doesn't want to get near her. That's why he is not happy about Maine. When I didn't answer, he tugged on my sleeve. What's cooties, Pete? Since when am I Pete? I asked, shaking him off. Since today, he said. Well, I prefer Peter, if you don't mind. Pete is a better name for a big brother. And Farley is a better name for a little brother. I figured that would shut him up, since his real name is Farley Drexel Hatcher, and he's ready to kill anybody who calls him that. Don't call me Farley, he said. Then he really let go and yelled, I'm Fudge! The waiter, who heard him from across the room, came over to our table and said, Sorry, we don't have any tonight, but we do have mud pie, which is almost the same thing. Dad had to explain that we weren't talking about dessert, and Mom added, we never eat dessert until we've finished our main course. Oh, the waiter said, but before he had a chance to get away, Fudge looked up at him and said, Do you have cooties? Cooties? The waiter asked. For dessert? He looked confused, especially when Tootsie banged her spoon against the tray of her baby seat and sang, Cootie, cootie. I could tell Fudge was about to ask the same question again, but before he had the chance, I clamped my hand over his mouth. Then Dad told the waiter we didn't need anything else right now. The waiter walked away, shaking his head, and I took my hand away from Fudge's mouth. As soon as I did, he was back in business. What's cooties? This time, the people at the next table looked over at us. They're like nits, Mom told him quietly. What's nits? Fudge asked. Head lice, Dad said, almost in a whisper. Head mice? Fudge asked. Not mice, turkey brain, I told him. Lice. Little creepy crawly bugs that live in hair. I snapped my fingernails at his head the way Sheila Tubman used to do to me. Fudge yelled, I don't want creepy crawly bugs in my hair. Now everyone in the restaurant looked over at us. That's enough, Peter, Dad said. Well, he's the one who wanted to know. That's enough, Mom said. It came out sounding like enough, which got Tootsie going. Tootsie shrieked, banging her spoon. This is the way it's going to be all summer, I thought, only worse. So I put down my taco and said, maybe I should go to camp in August. Dad got this really serious look on his face. We don't have the money this year, Peter. We wouldn't be going away at all if it weren't for Grandma, who's paying more than her share. But if you want, you can bring a friend, Mom said. A friend? I asked. You mean like Jimmy Fargo? They both nodded. Jimmy is my best friend in New York. We've always wanted to spend the summer together. What about me? Fudge asked. Can I bring a friend too? I held my breath. You'll find a friend in Maine, Mom told him. Suppose I don't? Fudge asked. You're getting married, I reminded him. Does that mean I don't get a friend? Fudge asked. Of course not, Mom told him. I'm married and I have friends. Daddy's married and he has friends. What about Uncle Feather? I said. Uncle Feather is Fudge's mynah bird. He's your friend, isn't he? I can't play with Uncle Feather, Fudge said. He's not that kind of friend, and I can't marry him either. If he was a girl bird, it would be different. People don't marry birds, I told him. Some people do. Name one, I said. The guy who's married to Big Bird on Sesame Street. Big Bird's not married, I said. That's how much you know, Fudge shouted. He's learned to say that every time someone disagrees with him. It's a real conversation stopper. I give up, I said, going back to my taco, which was getting soggy. Up, Tootsie repeated, holding out her arms. Up, up. Daddy lifted her out of the baby seat, and she squirmed until he put her down. Then she took off, toddling through the restaurant, stopping at every table. Fudge scrambled off his chair and ran after her. Eating out with my family is not exactly relaxing. Here, girl, Fudge said, as if he were calling a dog. Here's something just for you. He lured her back to our table and dropped some of his taco on her tray. Yum, he said to her. Yum, yum, yum. Dad put Tootsie back into her seat. She stuffed the chicken pieces into her mouth. I always know what Tootsie wants, Fudge said. That's why I'm her favorite brother. Tootsie doesn't have favorites, Mom told him. She loves both her brothers. But she loves me best, Fudge said. Then he looked at me and laughed. When he did, half the food in his mouth wound up on my shirt. I called Jimmy Fargo as soon as we got home. I asked him to come to Maine with us. 3 weeks next door to Sheila Tubman? The houses are really far apart, I said. Nobody told me this, but I was hoping it was true. You won't even be able to see her house. There'll probably be a forest separating us. When he didn't say anything, I added, and don't forget, Sheila's scared of dogs, so we can get Turtle after her any time she tries to give us trouble. Turtle is my dog. He's big enough to look scary, but he'd never hurt anybody. Lucky for us, Sheila doesn't know that. Jimmy laughed. Maybe I can come for a week. A week isn't long enough. Hey, Peter, no offense, but a week with your family can feel like a really long time. That's because Jimmy's the only kid in his family. His parents are divorced. He lives with his father, Frank Fargo, who's a painter. How about 2 weeks, I said. Is your brother bringing his bird? Yeah, Uncle Feather's part of the family, I told him, same as Turtle. So it'll be your mother, your father, Fudge. Tootsie Turtle, Uncle